The seventh enabling behavior of narcissistic abusive relationships is ignoring intuition. Hi, I'm Dan Cassenti. I'm a cognitive psychologist and a novelist. I'm putting together this series on YouTube to help people arm themselves with knowledge, concepts of narcissism, so they can stay out of or get out of narcissistic relationships. Okay, so ignoring intuition. Intuition is maybe not the best understood concept. We've all heard the term, probably have some sense of what it is, but really it's that guiding light inside of us that tells us that, something is right or something is wrong, and it's really, intuition is more body sense than it is anything else. We get that gut feeling. There's a great book by Damasio, what was it called? It was Descartes' Error. I highly recommend. And it shows that when we have a problem in front of us, that we use our emotions to try to figure out the solution to the problem. And this is how we use our emotions. We might explore a space, but we don't have to do it that much to get to the first stage of problem solving, and that is to eliminate options that we know are just untenable. So if you're going for a promotion at work, and there's one competitor who could take the job from you, and you think you can get away with murdering them, I doubt you're going to do that, right? Because even if you could get away with it, it would be an immoral thing to do. So we don't do it. We've got to listen to that inner guidance, those things that occur to us upon first hearing a problem. That's our intuition. Our intuition gives us a sense of what we should be doing right off the bat, and it's a great process of eliminating options that don't work. Now, after you hear a problem and you get this intuition, you might very well ignore yourself. Because, and especially in a narcissistic abusive relationship, there's inner guidance in our heads, that inner voice. I'm not talking about a schizophrenic voice, but that inner voice that just tells us something's wrong. That's our intuition working. That's that gut feeling that Damasio talks about in his book. That leads us to go, if we explore it, if we allow it to, that leads us to go, there's something real wrong here. I shouldn't be in this. People in the trauma bond tend to ignore that intuition. They tend to say, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear that this relationship's wrong. I don't want to hear that this narcissist has, you wouldn't call him a narcissist, but I don't want to hear that this partner of mine has major problems, because you are dependent in that relationship. You go far enough with that intuition, you're going to get out of it. You're going to get out of that relationship, and you don't know what you're going to do without that relationship. So that initial voice that you hear in your head when a narcissist says, let's talk, and they start unloading garbage on you, you can't ignore it. You have to listen to it. It's trying to protect you from something real bad that's happening to you. And no matter what you have to suffer through to get to the other side of that relationship, get out. And the first step in doing that is to listen to your intuition. It's telling you something extremely important. Don't ignore it. Don't push it off. This happens so often to people in narcissistic relationships. Now, as I'm going to say in each of these videos, please don't shame yourself for this, okay? The trauma bond is an extremely difficult thing to get out of, and make no bones about it, okay? They put you in that. The narcissist put you into that trauma bond. They did it deliberately through love bombing, all the stages of narcissism, all the techniques of narcissism. They are perfect at creating manipulated situations, getting people to believe it, and thus falling into a trauma bond. It's not your fault. It's their fault. They are responsible for the things that they did to you. You are not. So don't shame yourself if you've ignored your intuition. You can always listen to it. At any point, you can go back to it and say, wait a minute, that thing that I dismissed before, I remember that. That was that wasn't helpful to me. That wasn't getting me out of this relationship. It was just kept me pushing forward with it. You start following that train, and you might get the strength to get out of that relationship. Okay, well, I hope this helped. Please click like or subscribe if you haven't done so. There's some button clicks, but that will tell the YouTube algorithms these videos are working, they're helping, people like them. Let's get them out to more people. Okay, well, I hope this helped you.